Hello and welcome to HRL World of Outlaws Season 4, round number, I believe we're on round number 10 now. And yep, Chili sent back again. Everybody blame Jared in the comments. But on the bright side, early running of Whitewater Rapids Classic track here for Woo and MCC, our grand finals track for our little fall series grand finals that we did. That wasn't too long ago, but maybe a month and a half or so, maybe like 2 months at this point. I guess it was probably longer ago than I think now, but yeah, about a month and a half, 2 months ago or so. Ran that grand finals, ran it here on Whitewater Rapids. It was last race. It was pretty good, and definitely looking forward to the next running of this one. So heats, Detail and Luke ended up taking the heat wins. So that's going to be Detail on the right, Luke on the left, front row, and then we got Roman coming back on the right, third, and Armada fourth, and then we got Soul fifth, Turkey sixth. Wow, how did like really Dino row? Come on. Opix seventh, Slaunch eighth, and some guy in ninth. All right, so let's get the pace going. We're gonna go on board with Opix here. It's gonna be 70 laps. Green flag. Oh, that was a little tricky right there. A little wheelie action already on the start. Not what you want to see. I'm going to switch to Turkey here. It's already a pretty good battle for the podium spot at the moment. Lead battle's going on strong, and this is going to be a big run here. Big draft up the inside. Look at that. Soul and Slaunch just absolutely catching the draft right there and flying through the inside. Got a huge speed boost off that. And it looks like Soul may take the lead off of that for now, but it's a pretty close battle. And he's also got, looks like another three-way draft battle coming up behind him. So here they come. It's going to be Slaunch and Luke. They get a little loose right there. Detail kind of gets a run off of it. Armada gets a good run off of it as well. And Armada is on top of Soul right now. Okay, they settle it out a little bit. And Soul and Armada at the front that lap. Couldn't really tell who led it. Now Detail's going to the inside, 3 wide for the lead. Another swap, and it looks like Soul leads another lap down. And now we got Slaunch, Luke, and Detail. Potential 3-way little draft action going here. Armada and Soul at the front still. Detail with a little crossover, sends it to the inside. Slaunch comes up. Luke sends it to the inside now too. And potential 4 wide for the lead already. And Slaunch is in 5th right now, just spectating this cheesy up 4-way battle for the lead. Pretty soon to be a 5-way battle. There goes Soul. The run. Slaunch comes with him. And I believe Soul leads that lap down. Lots of lag cheese right there, but it looked like it was him. Now Luke with the crossover to the inside. And he's going to lead this lap down. And Slaunch in 2nd now. He's been working his way up, trying to catch this draft. So we go to Armada in 4th at the moment. And here he's going to send it to the inside, and Roman has also entered this battle as well. Meanwhile, he's worked his way into it, so got a ridiculous 5-way battle. There's another crossover from Luke to the inside. Armada's now in the middle, Slaunch on the outside. Big slide job action. 3-way to the line. It's hard to tell. I think Slaunch might have led that one through the middle. Oh, Armada sliding it up, though. And he's now, that creates a 4 wide behind him, and Soul goes down, no contact. So it's going to stay green. Unfortunate there for Soul. Not what you want to see. So with that, and with that crash, it kind of like settles things out a little bit, at least for a second. And it's going to send Armada to the lead. So Armada actually has a pretty decent gap. I remember the points are... There's a lot of close points battles. Like everywhere from like 1st down to like 8th, there's like a 2 or 3-way points battle throughout the whole thing. So, yeah, there's everything counts for most of these guys. The only driver that's I think like pretty much out of it at this point is Roman. Roman's not gonna have any mulligans, and depending on whether we throw the quad at Chilean or not. That'll be a question mark for Slaunch as well on whether he makes the cuts. So he could slide in there, but it depends on whether we do that quad or not. So we'll know in a bit by next week. Maybe I'll do an announcement video or something and hype it up because Chile is, that big race. But yeah, I'll definitely do an announcement on that when we figure it out. If we do end up doing the quad at Chile, we'll throw a couple extra mulligans in there, and then that'll put Slaunch into it, and that'll also give Real Deal 2 and give everybody a couple, so that might mix things up as well. I imagine it won't make a huge difference, but it'll probably swap a couple points here or there. So we have a 3-way. Now that, okay, so it settled down for a little bit. That's why I did that little talk. Now we're getting back into it. 5-way battle for the lead. It's back. Settled out for a little bit, but it had to come back, and somehow Turkey has worked his way into this, and Opix as well. So some new challengers in the arena trying to work their way to the lead, but Armada's been doing a pretty good job for the last like 10, 15 laps or so. He's been holding this lead very well for quite a while now, and we still have Roman and it looks like Detail lurking behind as well. We're still on board with Slaunch because he's just in the middle of all this action. It's pretty good POV for us to be on at the moment as he's on top of Opix. What? Okay, here comes the draft. Watch out. Here comes the train. And that's going to send Detail all the way from like 5th or 6th to the inside, and maybe the lead. Oh, Slaunch is still in it too. And now it's like a 3-way draft, and Luke's trying to peek to the outside as well. This is getting kind of absurd. Still really close. We're going to have to switch POVs here. Luke goes for the crossover to the inside. Slaunch and Detail still got a big draft. We're going to get on board with Armada here. The red Spartan this time had... never mind. Not going to go down that joke route. Ramda running it down the inside for a 3-way battle. Going to send it to the lead now. 2 2-way battles, but potentially a 4 wide here soon for the lead. It's not comedy hour. Not yet. Not yet. Probably soon. Turkey sending it to the inside on Detail here. And again, Turkey was a bit far behind at the start, but somehow he was able to gain a ton of time. And oh! That was a crash, and no contact either, and no dismount as well. So that's gonna be clean and green. Let's take another look at that. That is really unfortunate for Turkey, by the way. Let's see what happened there one more time, because that was absurd. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, one more time. One more time.
Lap complete.
Turkey brings it in to turn 3. That's somebody go through slow-mo. Count the barrel rolls on that. That's got to be it's got to be the most ridiculous single car crash of the season so far. I'll call it now. That for sure was the craziest single car crash of the season. Yeah, Turkey probably a little shaken up after that one, but he still got speed, and now at this point he's just got to hope for a caution because he's clearly got some pace on this track, but you know, it's not really going to do him much good after that crash from all the way in the back. That's a lot of... There's still a decent amount of time left in the race, but that's a lot of time to make up. So, yeah, I don't know about that one. He's probably going to need some help. Probably going to need a caution at this point. Go no HUD here for a little bit. You know the drivers are. Go on board with Detail here to the inside of Slaunch. Crossover. Coming in from Luke. Goes to the inside. Makes it 3 wide again. And meanwhile... after that crash, it's Armada back to the lead, and he's actually been holding strong. Ramda's been doing a pretty good job when he gets to the lead. So far, he's been doing a pretty good job at holding it. I feel like he's had the best runs in the lead out of anybody so far. 4-way battle for second. The train, just look at it. Just look at it. It's ridiculous. You just cannot stop it. Sends Roman all the way to the lead. They had like 4 or 5 goose lengths to make up on Ramda there, too. And just absolutely deleted by that draft. So just absurd there from that 4-way battle. And it continues. Now it's Slaunch going for it. Roman is still to the inside, and we have Detail and Luke looking for it here, trying to catch back up. Armada literally on Slaunch. Oh, no. And the contact at the end. And, yeah, it looked like Armada. I think what happened there is normally hitting the sandbags doesn't really do anything for you. But I think what happened there is he got stuck. He got stuck in the lag bubble, and with the lag bubble with Slaunch, it made the physics with it weird. That's kind of what it seemed like to me. Sometimes that happens, where like if you're side by side with somebody, you'll like flip off of a like a finish line or something, and you know that's not supposed to happen. Let's take a look quick. Oh, so we're already over halfway through this race. Still quite a few laps to go, but we're getting there. I think I'm just going to leave the HUD off because, like, you know who the drivers are, and I'm tired of this enemy symbol. So we're leaving the HUD off. This is the new wave. It looks so much better. Green flag. a little bit over halfway through the race, as we have another reset here. But yeah, that's what I'm guessing, because I've seen it happen in the past where, like, you know, like nobody will flip by themselves on like a finish line, but then when they get stuck in the lag bubble with somebody and they're like battling, they'll hit like a finish line and flip. Seen stuff like that happen before, so I feel like what happened with Ramda there was just like a similar type thing where he was just stuck in the lag bubble with Slunch, and you know, something that shouldn't have caused a crash, but because of the weird physics and weird lag cheese going on there, he ended up getting just an odd reaction on the sandbag and ended up cheesing him. So unfortunate, not something that you usually have to deal with, not something that you usually see, but yeah, just honestly pretty unlucky, especially with how well his race was going. But on the bright side, he's still got a ways to go. And speaking of, you know, regaining on the race here, Turkey now battling for second and third with Detail here. So Turkey must have had a really good restart. And that caution was something that he needed after that violent crash that he suffered. And now it's got him back in this podium conversation. And this is big points that Turkey's fighting for here, too, because I believe that him, Real Deal, and Soul going into this race are all pretty close with each other. That seems to be, it seems like the top two is Luke and Detail, and we're figuring out the order on that one as the races go down. But when it comes to the top, the third place, the runner-up spot there, it looks like it's a pretty close battle still, and it's really anyone's game. And I believe going into this, I think Soul, Turkey, and Real Deal all had a pretty good shot at it. So this is really big points that Turkey's fighting for here. Could definitely help him gain in that battle, especially with Real Deal being a bit farther in the back of the pack at the moment. So this is really, really good for him right now, and also really good for Slunch. Again, if we end up sending that quad at Chile and getting those extra mulligans in, which it's looking like it's pretty likely that we will end up doing that, you know, that'll get him in position where as long as he completes the rest of the races, he can have a competitive amount of starts. So that's huge for him, and that'll potentially like throw Slunch in the fight too. It's going to be, you know, it's hard to tell like where he'll end up. It's hard to tell where he'll end up in that battle. I'm sure he's somewhere in the middle of it, so we could have another driver in that podium 4th, 5th like conversation if that ends up happening. So just more interesting storylines in the points here. It's been really close. Unfortunate rub on the wall there sends Luke to the back with this battle with Roman and Detail there. Unlucky, and that's going to have to be a regain there for sure. We've only got 10 laps to go, so we're getting close to the end here as we're on board with Detail in 5th. Going to the inside of Roman here, trying to get by him, and right now it's Slunch has been, ever since this restart, he's been holding on strong. Like, Turkey's been doing a good job in 2nd, but Slunch has been, it seems like anybody hasn't really like gone to his inside or anything. He's been doing a pretty good job at holding it, and Slunch has not won a Moto since the beginning, since the first round. So he's looking good right now. See if he can pull it off here. And again, that'll be big for his points as well. He needs some good finishes to get back in it. So it'll be really good for him, and it's good for Turkey too. So that Cyan squad in the front is pulling in some good points right now. Big run from Detail. He's going to throw it to the inside of Roman, go for that slide job, and Opix is kind of settling into his own podium position right now too. It's honestly settling out for a lot of these positions with only 5 to go. Detail and Roman having a really good battle here in 3rd and 4th. And honestly, this race was super crazy, but it seems to have settled out a little bit since that restart. And it looks like the closest battle is like this battle and maybe like that battle in the back now. Things got cheesed a little bit on the restart. Unfortunate, because the start of this race was crazy, but now towards the end it looks like we're singling out a little bit. That being said, we still have some individual battles on the track. It just looks like the like 3, 4, or 5-way battles are not happening at this point unless we have a late race caution, but there's not a whole lot of time left for that. But what there is some time left for is a battle from Turkey. Can he make it happen? That was 2 to go last time by. Going to the white flag, he's been making gains. Here it is to the inside. Can he steal this from Slunch on the last lap? Slides up in front. Slunch has to go for something here. Turkey holding it strong on the inside. Can Slunch look back for it? He can't. Turkey definitely takes it. Opix 3rd. It looks like Detail got 4th. Roman 5th. Real Deal. And then I believe Armada had it over Soul right there. It was really close. Let's go back. Why did it send it all the way back? I hit it once. MCC Theater, what is wrong with you? We'll just fast skip through this. But yeah, that was a crazy late race gain from Turkey. Slunch had a really good gap. And then Turkey had a fantastic last few laps and just got within the distance that he needed to be to make that move. And the timing of it ended up working out perfectly. We'll watch it again here because we rewound all the way back, so we might as well, right? But yeah, you can see he had a really nice run at the end of 3 and 4 on the white flag lap, actually, or on the penultimate lap. And then going into the white flag lap, it gave him the lead. And Slanch tried to get like some momentum here, tried to go for like a late slide job, late crossover to the inside, but wasn't enough time for it. Could have been interesting. Like, he had his inside here, so it could have been interesting if there was another lap. I bet they could have had like a side-by-side like photo finish, I bet, if there was one more lap. It's still pretty crazy. Credit to the Turkey there, clutching that up on the last lap. Classic Woo race action that we're used to seeing, the last lap clutch up. Definitely not abnormal. And then Opix in third, and Detail did end up taking that fourth over Roman in fifth. And then the one more position that we're curious here is Soul and Armada, and it looks like Soul actually had it going into it, but does he have it at the line? He might actually have it. On this... Oh, God, not again. Mother... It looks like Soul has it here. I'm going to rewind it and look at it again because, honestly, when we watched it the last time, it low-key looked like Armada had it. So let's look at it one more time here. And this is...
Lap complete.
The white flag lap. So close. Photo finish there between... Dude, I hate this, bro. I hate this. I know I skipped past it, but it still looked like... It still looked super close. Oh my god. Ramda just gets that run on the exit, dude. It's crazy. But at the end, it's looking like it's probably Soul now. Yeah, I think Soul gets that by just a hair. Oh, man. Super close finish here between the two. That one's, like, as close as that one that we had at Lafayette a long time ago. Earlier in the season. I mean, this one's pretty competitive with that one. I think that one might have been a little closer, to be honest, but this one to me looks a little more definitive in that it's Soul by just a hair. But yeah, really close finish there between the two. So let me, well, I'll update that here in a second. So I actually got that call right during the race. Love that. Last replay. No. All right, we'll just send it forward. Let's see how this 4th, 5th place battle ended up at the end, because this is our last little close battle to watch. In our late race finish here. Get to our 2 to go. And then we'll see. Okay, we're at 2 to go here, so let's watch it. So Roman and Detail literally tied at 2 to go. Let's see how they play the last 2 laps. And, like, pretty much literally tied going into white flag as well. What does Roman do here? Decides to hold off, and it gives Detail that run to just take it on the inside. I kind of expected Roman to go for some sort of, like, crossover or something there, but believed in that outside run, but it wasn't enough for him, so that's how he ended up getting that 4-5 between those two. And then there you go. So that's Moto 1 for Whitewater. Pretty crazy race, and with those results, definitely shake up the points a little bit for sure throughout the pack. Congrats to Turkey on taking that dub, especially after that crash. It was a really good, like last 2, well, really like last 5 laps to catch up the gap, and then making it happen in the last lap. It was a really good late race run from him, but a good start from him and Slanch for the overall for sure. See if they can repeat it in the second moto. As last week we obviously had a lot of like repeat performances. So let's see if that continues into this week. All right, see you there.